Hi everybody, it's Tracy here. August 1st. Wow. So I want to share with you this junk journal that I made for a friend slash coworker. She's bought a couple junk journals from me and then she had requested one for herself. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and give it a try. And I got it done in a couple weeks, but she had asked me like at the beginning of the year, closer to the end of last year. But you know, life, whatever. Anyways, so I typically use the Reader's Digest condensed version covers, but I decided to create my own just using chipboard and Tyvek envelopes. It is 8 inches tall by 5.25, almost 5.5 inches wide. And then the spine is 3.25 inches wide. So it's pretty thick. It's not as thick as some of my others. So, but it's one that you can add pages to it if she chooses to do so. She saw pictures of it over on my Facebook the other day and asked me if I had anybody in mind for it. And I said, well, yeah, you. So she was kind of excited about that. But anyways, so the front cover is mostly fabric. There is this little chunk of paper here. It's all Dollar Tree fabric, I think, give or take. I don't know. Now that my room is clean, I know what I have. I don't have to go out and buy stuff. Like I used 4 or 5 different Tim Holtz inks on here that I hardly ever use. And let me tell you, I have a lot. Especially because our local scrapbook store is closing. That's like the 4th one in 20 years. And they had everything 50% off. So I went and got a lot of ink, a lot of paper. Anyways, back on track. So I have a little wooden butterfly button there and then some lace trim. And then, like I said, this piece of paper here and a little cluster that I made. And then right here, I just stamped the word dream with these Dollar Tree stamps, which, I mean, I have a lot of stamps, but these are just perfect for little things like that. And then on the spine, let me see if I can turn it here. So I did this type of closure on it. I mean, they're all individually tied in. Each signature is individually tied in. And I just took this because I seen a picture of it and I thought it was really cute, and just kind of make it a little tighter there. This flower trim is actually this here that I picked up at the Hobby Lobby. I don't even know when, but there's 3 rows of flowers on there. I think I paid like $2 for it, $2 or $3 for it. So I just inked those up a little bit to give that distressed aged look. And then there's just a trim here of pearls and bling that I got from the 5-quarter store, or like some of y'all like to call it, the Dollar Tree. And then a little bit of lace that I coffee dyed, and some more paper here. And the back cover is just some more paper that's inked up, and then a trim that I picked up. A friend of mine, a couple of friends of mine, we go to this little town about 45 minutes away. It's not little, it's actually bigger than our town. And there was a shop that was selling her trims and laces and whatnot for anywhere from like 48 cents a yard to 69 cents a yard. So I picked up a bunch of that. I had thought about putting a closure on this, and I still may do that. I have this headband. I don't even know where I got it at, but I coffee dyed that. It's just a little wider than the album, so I might take this elastic and cut it down and stitch it and, I don't know, put a button on it or something. A while back, my husband had left coffee in the pot after he'd filled up his thermos for work, and I just took all my laces and threw them in a tub and coffee dyed them all, because that's what we do, right? So anyways, and then just this little cluster that I made. I think I already mentioned that. So there's 3 signatures in here, and they are all 10 pages each. So like I said, not too big, but not too small. So you open it up on the front cover here, and just put some little wood buttons on here. I've gotten some from local yard sales or Peachy Cheap or stuff like that. So there's a little pocket here with a tuck spot. Oops, it got stuck there. And a little tag. And just some more trim. I don't even know where I got that at, but I thought it was super cute. Sometimes I get my trim at Joann's on clearance. And that just tucks in there like that. Excuse me. So this first page is, it's that Tim Holtz, this stuff here, the Ideology tissue wrapper. And I got it on clearance at Joann's last year, I think. And so that's my first page, and I just used my pinking shears along the edges and put another one of my little clusters on there. And then there's a little tuck spot here with some tags, and I just put a couple staples on there and some burlap and then a Tim Holtz paper clip to kind of hold them in there, or just whatever. Excuse me. And ink that up. And nothing fancy there, but just, you know, whatever. This I'm still trying to get used to. It's the spritzers, and sometimes I feel like I over spritz it. I don't know. But I just took some fabric and used my pinking shears and made them into strips and then glued them together. There's another little wood button there. And then this was actually a big, like, table runner, and I just cut the flower off of there. See, I feel like I'd over inked it a little bit. But then maybe not. I don't know. This is a little library card. You know, the pocket for when you check out books at the libraries. Do people still do that? Ink that up a little bit. Put some trim on there. And then I found some tags at the Goodwill Diggets, or most people call them the outlets. Probably like a month ago, my friend and I went to one. And there was a bunch of these in there, so I just grabbed them up. There's some ledger paper there. This little picture, it's from Shein. That's an addicting site. And then some little lace ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And some more Tim Holtz ephemera with, this is actually Basic Gray. I don't even know if they're still around, that I picked up at a yard sale. And then on a coffee dyed page. Now this is like one of my favorite ones. It turned out the best, I think. It's got a little torn edge there, and it looks burnt, but it's actually just the way that it dried in the cookie sheet. So you flip it over, and there's another one of those little wood buttons and some more lace trim there. And then a little pull out here. And I just took a dictionary page to make this little pocket. And there's a little flower ephemera there. Over here, I did a little belly band with a Tim Holtz paper clip and a little bell off of this big bundle of bells that I got at, guess what, Hobby Lobby. And made this little pocket pull out here. And of course, my pinking shears. And that just goes on there like that. And then a Reader's Digest page and some more ephemera. And then over here, I just took a little postage stamp ephemera and some more of that trim. I'm almost out of this, so I'm kind of sad because I don't remember where I got it at. This here is actually from the Dollar Tree. They got a bunch of packs of laser cuts, and I hoarded them. Like, really hoarded them. So this is just a little fabric trim here with a flip up this way, and then another fabric trim there with a flip up this way, some more fabulous vintage trim, and then a Kool-Aid dyed paper, and it's just on a work basket page, Work Basket magazine, the center of my signature. And then I use those Dollar Tree stamps again and just pick some random name. So Steve and Jill, you check this book out. Let's see, I can get that back in there. Okay, we're going to deal with that later. And I just stapled that little fabric strip on there. Over here, There's another little tuck spot with some pom-pom trim. I got that at the same place I was telling you about at the beginning of the video. And this is actually off a scrapbook page. I had, you know, you get the paper pads and it has a bunch of little tags on one page. So I fussy cut that out, I guess. And then some twine from the 5-quarter store. Another one of those little tags from the Diggets. And some ephemera and this itty bitty rick rack. And then over here, so from my local scrapbook store, like I said, everything was 50% off. I think this week is the last week. It's kind of sad to see it go, but I completely understand. It's hard to own a local business and not have support. But anyway, some ribbon here. And this was a Spellbinders piece that they had. And so it makes this little fold out. And I just put some more of my Kool-Aid dyed paper and some ephemera. And then a little tag that comes off there. And I wish I could hold it up, but my lighting is horrible. Some more coffee dyed ledger paper and a little ephemera there. And then here is some, I think this is Tim Holtz, the film strip. And then I just took some of my Stampin' Up! Stamps that I got probably about 2 years ago and stamped that little thing there. And then over here is another image from Shein. And this folds out. Well, it's actually, there's a pocket here. So you could put something behind that as well. Or she could, I should say. And then here's another little belly band here. Over here, so I ran across this YouTube channel at the beginning of making this journal, and she did this little page thing here, and I wish I could remember the name. If I remember, I'll put it in the comments down below, or the description down below, rather. Anyway, so this folds down, and then folds down again, and there's a little pocket here with a couple pull-outs. I just used my circle punch. And then this is also Tim Holtz here. And another little pocket with some more pull-outs. Oh, that one is stuck. There. And then this pulls out as well. And this 157A yellow is actually off of a pack of like trim or something like that. I try to keep all that fun little stuff. And then up here is another little tag that pulls out as well. Another one of those Digit tags. So you've got to check out your Goodwill outlets if you have one nearby. You can just go online and to the Goodwill outlets and it'll tell you where the closest one is at. So there's that on that coffee dyed page. And then this is what that pink trim looks like if you don't distress it. And then more of that tissue paper, the Tim Holtz tissue paper. And then that fabric page. And then the tissue paper again. So that's the end of the first signature. And then I love how this turned out. I just splattered it. I'm still learning that technique. So if you got any tips, let me know. Because some of them turn out fabulous and some of them are just ugh. Anyways, so I did a little waterfall technique here with more of that trim and then just tore up some paper edges. And then guess what? More Tim Holtz. And over here, I have a little wooden butterfly. I put some trim in there and some more fabric. And then this here, I just took some one of my paper punches and scrunched up some flowers and inked them with some buttons. This trim here is from the front, that piece on the front. And a little doily and just scrunch that up as well. And the bias tape packet and a couple tags with just some twine from, you guessed it, the 5-quarter store. And this is some washi tape adhesive. It's Tim Holtz again. Over here, I took a piece of cardboard and took that top layer off. And then one more of those little, that big table runner I was telling you about, and just put a button on there with some twine. And just some more of the ink there. This one is called Salty Sea, I think, something like that. And then this here I seen on Pinterest, and I was like, I got to give it a try. And I don't think it turned out too bad. So I just took one of those tags and put that behind there with some trim from that awesome store. And this is just twine from the 5/4 store. The only thing is she would have to totally, completely undo it to be able to put anything there, but she could use it as a little tuck spot or whatever. That corset look is what that is, I think. Kind of reminds me of the coffee sleeves, though, from the coffee shops, too. Over here's another little tuck spot. And this I picked up at the LSS as well. I mean, it was old. I'd never even seen this before. It's acetate sheet or something. I'm not really sure. And just did a little flip up here with some fabric. This is actually out of a book that I picked up at a yard sale. And it has all these different images in there. And apparently there's a CD that goes with it. I wish it would have been with there because you can reprint the images. So I might just have to take some pictures of them. And then just put some little buttons there, the little rose buttons. Over here, this is a little tuck spot as well, but I think it got stuck when I, yeah, it's kind of stuck. Well, it was. It's not anymore. And this flower is actually out of a swap years ago. I need to find some good swap groups that somebody had made. It's really cool. Doily and some music sheet. And then over here, just a random little bag that I had. I don't even know where it came from. And then just a, this is from Temu. I finally tried that app out. Everybody's like, don't do it, don't do it, whatever. And a tuck spot behind there. And this is a button card. And it still has the price tag on it. And then just some more doilies and some 50-cent flowers from Craft Warehouse. And just a little tab there on some more Kool-Aid dyed paper. And the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. Over here is this little, I don't know what you call it, ephemera, whatever. But I just took some more cardboard and just put one of my clusters on there with a piece of paper. And that just tucks at the top of the page. This here can come off as well. I just used a binder clip and just, you know, a button and some ledger paper on the back. This was actually just in the packaging, and I thought, oh, that's cute. I gotta keep that. So I did that. And it's cute. This binder clip has a little smiley face on it. I am so sorry about the lighting. Anyways, so there's the back side of that. Took a doily table runner and cut that off. If you can see, that has the flower on there. Cut that off of there. And then over here, this is out of that book as well. And I just did a little fabric flip on there. And I took my distresser and distressed the edges. And then the back side of the second signature. And this flips out as well. And then on the third signature, I just took a pattern that I had and fussy cut that out. And this was, I don't know if this was a pattern number or whatever, but I put that on there. This is from Shein as well, more of that basic gray. And then over here, just another cluster. And there's a little pocket there. I think I left it open. Yeah, I did. And on that tissue paper. Over here's another one of those wood butterflies and some more of the acetate sheet paper. And then onto the letter page. This here is also from one of those swaps. Like I said, I really need to find a good swap group. Up here is just some burlap trim that I found at the Diggets. And a little pocket. I don't think there's anything in there. And then another one of those little button cards with the price tag. That's not actually the button from it, but I thought, why not? Oh, that goes over here. And then more of that table runner with a little button. And this here, I have a little belly band pull out there onto a work basket page. And then over here, I took a paper and just inked it up and used my envelope punch board and made a pocket, but I cut the top flap off. And more of the trim from the front cover. And then I have this little pull out here. It's a bag, and it has, I feel like I need to wait till my adhesive is dry, because now the bag is just kind of ripped, but that's okay. A little tag, again, from the Diggets. And I just put some tissue paper and some doily on there. And then this little pocket envelope. This is from Shein as well. And I put a little ticket sticker on there and some twine. And just tore that off of a piece of paper. And then over here, just some more of that bling and pearl trim from the Dollar Tree that's on the front cover. Another flower from the swap and some more burlap trim. And then this here, I didn't really know what to do with it, so I just kind of folded it up because it folded on its own when I was making the book. And a button there, and then another, I think that's off of a piece of paper. It might be a pattern number. And then over here, so this is what those little gray flowers were on. It's just the Prima packaging. And another pocket there and there. And then the inside back cover. And it has another tuck spot as well. And look, it's not stuck. And just a little butterfly button with a little piece of paper tab there. And then more of those flowers and a wood button. And then this is one of those Prima flowers. Or not Prima, excuse me, Basic Gray. Was it Prima? It was Prima. Because they all came off of this little card. Prima flowers. Anyways, it's hard to keep up with all the different companies and whatnot. So that is my latest junk journal. Again, sorry about the lighting and word fumbling, whatnot. I'm still getting used to this years later. But anyways, I hope y'all have a fabulous day. Thanks for stopping by, commenting, big thumbs up. And again, if you have any tips or tricks, please let a girl know, because this junk journal thing, even though I've been working on them for years, it's still new to me. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.